Hey everybody, it's Emma. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. I went to my local Rite Aid this afternoon and found the entire Wet n Wild Mermaid limited edition collection. I'm very proud of myself for only buying 4 items instead of everything that they had. However, I have to play with this. I was searching every nearby drugstore as soon as this collection was supposed to be out in stores. Never saw it. I gave up all hope of ever playing with any of these items, so I gotta put it on my face. So just a quick overview of the things that I picked up. We're gonna be putting this stuff on my face. I got the highlighter, the highlighting bar rather. It's in the shade Midnight Moon. I got the Wild Liquid Catsuit in Sea Seduction, so this is the dark navy. I might go back for the green. We'll see. And then I got 2 of the metallic liquid eyeshadows. One is in Midnight Majesty, and that has kind of a reddish gold burgundy shift to it. And then the other one is Aquatic Prism, which is a really beautiful kind of greeny blue, purpley, amazing. So excited. So let's just put some shit on my face. Now I have some makeup on already. I've primed my eyes. I have my base on, blush, mascara, brows, all that jazz. All right, I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on my face first. This is the Anastasia Subculture palette. I'm gonna start with Untamed, which is a kind of bluey, steely green, using a Real Techniques shading brush. And I'm going to draw a little bit of a wing sort of shape. And then blend that kind of high up, like above my crease. Gonna use an e.l.f. crease brush to soften the edge a little bit. And this will just soften the edge because these shadows do tend to stick to where you place them. Now I've swatched all this stuff already. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. It's linked in the description box always if you want to check that out. And the color that I want to use on my face, the Aquatic Prism, had quite an opaque binder color in there. So I don't necessarily need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to take Axis all over my lid using that same shading brush. I brought some of that up into Untamed as well, and just using that crease brush again to blend around the edge. I don't need the lid to be necessarily perfect, because we're going to put shimmery loveliness all over, although such a pretty color. Love Axis. Have any of you seen the new stuff Wet n Wild is coming out with, like the new palettes and all that stuff? And they're rebooting some of their classic palettes like Comfort Zone and Walking on Eggshells, Sweet as Candy, their trios, and I am so excited. They've got one that, you know, people are saying might be a dupe for Modern Renaissance, which would be great because there are a few colors in the Modern Renaissance palette that I'm attracted to. And I know it's a really good palette, so it's not like it would be a waste to have. But I don't love the whole thing enough to spend that much money on it. So it would be nice if that Wet n Wild palette turns out to actually be legit. I just want to tidy this up a little. I'm going back into Untamed just so my eyes, even though they are different shapes a little bit, just want to make it look a little more even. So I'm just bringing a little more of that shadow into my brow bone. Now taking Aquatic Prism. These all have a doe foot, like a flat paddle doe foot. okay. Now when I swatched these on my hands, they did dry down. That is so flipping beautiful. All right, I do want to add a little extra depth into the crease. So I'm going to take the shading brush into Rowdy. I'm just kind of pop that into the space between Tears We Cry. No, the glitter and the shadow. At least this outer edge. I'll just drag whatever's left on the brush towards the inner corner. Okay, I'm going to line my waterline with an Urban Decay pencil. This side is in Perversion. Also going to line the lower waterline. Draw that down a little bit. Before that pencil sets, I just want to smudge it out a little. This is a Real Techniques accent brush. I'm going to put the other glitter on the bottom lash line, I think, just for fun. Just to get them both on my face. Now, lining the waterline can be a handy trick if, like me, you don't have the most lid space to work with. You put something just so freaking beautiful on like this and you want to show off as much of it as possible. So instead of drawing a liner over top, you just bring it to the waterline. And it just tightens things up, makes everything look a little bit more complete without taking away anything that's already on the upper lid, if that makes sense. I'm going to try to put this on with a brush. So this other shade, Moonlight Majesty, it actually looks exactly like an old Fergie nail polish that I have that I'm terrified to use up because it's beautiful. And they don't make those anymore, so that's a shame. When I swatched this, the binder color, like the base color in here, was definitely not as strong. You could it looked really patchy until it hit the light. So it's probably a pretty good thing to put a base on underneath. It's a great fall color. It's got a nice mix of purple and red and gold. Almost an olivey greeny gold. So really, really pretty. Oh my God. These, like, I was really kind of sad. And I would tell myself, it's just makeup. You're gonna live. It's gonna be fine. But I was sad that I couldn't find these especially. And now I have, and I'm so happy. They're so pretty. Okay. So let's gently place this highlighter on. Something I had heard from different reviews about the highlighter. It was really pretty, but it gave off this almost kind of greenish cast, which didn't necessarily suit everybody's skin tone. I feel like because I have some warmth in my skin, I might be able to get away with it, but we shall see. I'm gonna probably way too much. Oh yes, way too much. I'll just blend that in. This is an e.l.f. small tapered brush. Really like it for highlighter. It's nice for blush and stuff too, but now, you know, I feel a little silly doing this video because this was the past collection and, you know, it kind of came and went, but I've just found it. So in case you have just found it in stores, you know, figured maybe this will be helpful. To keep in mind, this does have very fine glitter. There's a little bit of glitter. It's like pink. It's pretty. It's not too chunky, but that is a thing. And this is quite an intense highlight. So if you have texture on your cheeks or wherever you put highlight that you don't want to intensify, I'm guessing this will intensify it. Finally, might as well go all the way and throw on this Sea Seduction liquid lipstick. Now, I'm not going to put a lip liner on. I have tried this on my lips already. It's quite a thick, moussey texture. It's not uncomfortable, but I was kind of expecting it to be a little runny, a little patchy. I mean, you know, I love Wet n Wild. but it is a $4 or $5 lipstick. So I wouldn't have been surprised if it had been a little patchy, but it's really not. Too bad Halloween is already coming on. Okay, so that is the finished look. Now, even though I would like to think I would be courageous enough to wear this out, I don't know if I would. Probably I would do one or the other. But if you happen to find this collection around, at least first impression wise, I really like these. This, I'm probably going to go back and get the green one because the formula, I mean, the liquid catsuit I've talked about before. It's the only matte liquid lipstick I own and wear because it is not uncomfortable. And this is really nice. It feels really nice. It is a metallic lipstick, but it's not sparkly. Like, I think it just looks cool. I would totally rock this, but maybe just with a less crazy eye. And yeah, so that is definitely a win. The highlighter, we'll have to see. I mean, I like it so far. Obviously, you know, I'm not usually a big fan of first impressions videos, but I had to put this stuff on. I had to play with it. And I figured I'd take you along for the ride. These I'm in love with. I can't wait to play with them more. And if you are interested in more videos using this stuff, let me know. I'm always a little hesitant to use things that may or may not be available. Not because I am trying to sell you stuff, but just, you know, I know it can be frustrating as somebody watching YouTube videos when it's like, oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful thing and I'd like it, but I can't get it anymore. But it's also, I have limited edition stuff. I would love to see videos about it. I would love to see people using, you know, limited edition palettes that I had or limited edition eyeshadows or whatever it may be. So, you know, I'm a little bit, I don't know. So, if you have any thoughts about that, please share them with me in the comment section. Let me know if you did try any of this stuff, how you liked it, what you liked, what you didn't, all of that stuff, what things you tried. And thank you very much for hanging out with me and letting me play and go a little crazy. I look pretty crazy right now, but it's okay. In sections, I'm all right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.